polls.
What's the most important issue in the governor's race here in Virginia?
Getting back to the basics of teaching children, not teaching them critical race theory.
And what is critical race theory?
Well, I'm not going to get into the specifics of it because I don't understand it that much, but it's something that what little bit that I know, I don't care for.
And what have you heard that you don't?
Well,
that you don't like?
I'm not going to, you know, I don't have that much knowledge on it, but it's something that I don't care for.
Come on, don't be a bitch. My other debate flaked out on me today. I was supposed to, what? Actually, sorry, she did not flake out on me. I flaked out on her because I said I can't do it later.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and, you know, I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the votes. Those votes were put there a number of hours before the table, the black robe, the black robe, the black shield.
8 months after his alleged meeting with the Burmese executives, so this Burmese, they say, pronounce it Burmese, a real beautiful company.
You haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. But you haven't.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get this sentence out, we can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
Everybody comes in your grandmother, your father comes in your grandmother. Everybody 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 comes in your grandmother. They're dying. That's true. They're dying. That's true. They're dying. That's true. They're dying. That's true. And it is what it is. It is what it is. You're dying. That's true. You're dying. That's true.
Get back in the business of creating a more peaceful world. Please clap.
As far as my relationships with all people, I think I have great relationships with all people. I am the least racist person in this room.
I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool. Kids used to come up and reach in the pool. Kids used to come up and reach in the pool. And I'd love kids jumping on my lap. And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs. I got a lot of sun. And the kids used to come up in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down, and rub my leg down, and rub my leg down, and rub my leg down. I got hairy legs. I got hairy legs. And rub my leg down, rub my leg down, rub my leg down, rub my leg down. And it get hot. I got a lot hot. I got a lot of. I got hot. I got a lot of. I got hairy legs. And the kids used to come up. The kids used to come up. The kids used to come up. Rub my leg down. Rub my leg down. Rub my leg down. And the kids used to come up and rub my leg down. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool. Rub my leg down. Rub my leg down. And it get hot. I got a lot of. I got hairy legs. And rub my leg down. And rub my leg down. It's the hair. Come back up again. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down. I got I got hairy legs. So it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. Back up. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. So I learned about roaches. I learned about roaches. I learned about roaches. I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
I liked beer. I still like beer. But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out, and I never sexually assaulted anyone.
And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level.
Good news is, for me, I'm here. The bad news for you is, I'm coming back.
Hello, users, and welcome to the goddamn. I am your host, the motherfucking fuck, and so I've got a show here today for y'all. You know, my mouth looks so fucking all chapped up. Anyway. This is the goddamn featuring Elephant Cup. All right. Wait, Jackson Hinkle is pro-police? Is that possible? Ooh, Nelly. Feeling your oats and elephants. I don't know about oats, but I do have a dog. Check that out. Maxie, you want to come say hi? You want to say hi? You want to say hi? I don't think he wants to say hi, folks. I don't think he wants to say hi. Maxie! He's taking a nap. You went to a demo yesterday? I love demos. Alright. So we got a goddamn here. Let's get this fucking show on the fucking road. All right. All right, folks. So, I wanted to play this clip because y'all need an update. You deserve an update. Hey, Husky, thank you for the super chat. Also, thank you, Choki, for earlier. All right, so since this is the subject, let's dive right in. Let's dive right in. Get it, folks? Dive. Oh, that's good. Anyway, so we're going to dive right in. So this clip was mysteriously posted on twitter.com of a certain streamer. Now, again, I've been trying to organize a debate with this guy for a while. Honestly, I kind of forget how... I honestly forget a lot of this. Originally, we were going to debate, a couple days after the challenge, but he was apparently traveling, and he said he couldn't do it. And so the last week we spent trying to, we're ping-ponging back and forth. And my problem with Jackson Hinkle, is that he doesn't respond. I'm going to go on his show, right? He's not coming on my show. I would, if he wants to come on my show, we can switch up the terrain here. But I am supposed to go on his show. And every single time I think we have a date and time set, he never messages me. He doesn't give me any of the info. He doesn't, he said he would add me on Discord. He never added me on Discord. So I don't know why he's doing that. I'm not sure. Because I'm down to debate him. Yesterday or whatever, I guess Friday, he said he wanted to. But I said I was feeling a little sick. And I'm feeling a lot better, by the way. But anyway, so I think we're doing Monday now. I think. I'm not sure, but he hasn't messaged me. So I suggested Monday. I said on Friday, I'm a little sick right now, but you want to try to nail a time for Monday so that we can just have it set in stone. He doesn't respond to me. So I guess we're doing Monday, but I don't know what time. I have no idea. I don't know when his stream starts. I don't know. I have no idea. And this is the thing, is he keeps not giving me the information, but let's watch.
Andrea Rovenski.
That's me?
Says that she wants to debate me about Netflix workers still. I guess in her eyes the case has still not been settled.
So, now I want to be very clear here on this one, because there's a little bit of a snide remark here. I'm I'm down to debate anything. I don't give a shit. The initial plea on his stream, he pleaded to have someone come on his show and debate him on the Netflix workers. And then he kind of filibustered it for 2 weeks. So if I'm fine with debating something else, if he wants me to, that's fine with me. But if you want to still debate Netflix, that's also fine. I don't mind. The case isn't settled because we didn't have the conversation. How could the case be settled if there was no conversation? I'm not sure, but let's go on.
So I feel like every 2 days there's a new fucking debate timeline for this debate, and then something happens. Some of it have been my fault because I've had to reschedule, but we were supposed to have it 2 days ago. Then I messaged her yesterday and she said she couldn't do it yesterday. There's a reasonable reason why.
I don't know. I was a little sick. I mean, I told him straight up, I'm not feeling too well. If we can do it on Monday, let's get a time down. I don't understand how that translates into, it was a reasonable reason. I mean, I don't know, but okay.
So we're thinking about Monday. So we'll see. I don't know. I feel like the whole Netflix debate controversy is kind of come and passed by now. But
so again, apparently we are thinking about Monday. So I want to be very clear. I asked him, do you want to try to nail a time for Monday? I asked him this on Friday. It is now Sunday, folks. And he hasn't responded to me. He's going on a stream saying, I guess we're going to do Monday. That's news to me. That's news to me because he's not responding to my fucking messages. So, if he just, went on a show and said, I don't know when she wants to do the debate, that would make sense to me because that's where we left off. He hasn't responded to I don't know what's going on here, folks. I'm trying to get this done. I want to do this. I mean, I like having conversations with people I disagree with. So I don't know why this is so difficult, but let's continue.
The basic tenets of the debate are still important, so I'm still going to do it.
Tenants?
So maybe Monday.
Like tenants,
Andre?
as in like? Okay. But anyway, I'm down to debate anything else. I'm down to debate patriotic socialism. I'm down to debate Netflix. I'm down to debate transgenderism. Let's debate whatever you want. I don't mind. I don't care. That doesn't, I don't give a shit about any of this. But like, well, I mean, I don't give a shit about what we're debating. Like, I'm responding to a public challenge that he made. So as far as I'm concerned, like, this should be, I should not be putting in this much effort. Like, that's my thing, is at the end of the day, I should not be putting in this much effort. He posted a challenge. I responded to the challenge. And so, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going on his show. He's not coming on my show. So he should be leading this. He should, because I guess we are doing Monday. I mean, again, let me, like, I'm not going to show you the DMs, but I'll read them to you. So on November 5th, that was Friday. On November 5th, I said, let's try and nail a time down for Monday. And he left me on red. That was November 5th. That was Friday. So he still has yet to respond. So I'm not going to like bump the message. I mean, this is his show. Like, if he wants to just like send me a message Friday, like, or a Monday, like fucking, 9:30 p.m. after I'm already in bed, whatever. But anyway, I just find this whole thing to be pretty humorous. And so I think it's funny. And when I think something is funny, I talk about it in depth. So feel free to just like send him a tweet, tell him to just stop leaving me on red. I mean, it hurts. It hurts. What time is it? It's 9:21. Why am I doing a show at 9? God damn. But, I'm fine with whatever. I'm fine if he doesn't want to debate either. I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter to me too much. So I got really high last night, folks, and I want to apologize for that because I'm still extremely high. Like I'm I am blasted right now, folks, and I wanted that to be known. I'm looking at my cryptocurrencies right now. Lord have mercy. My goodness gracious. Incredible. Yeah, I know that there was some bullshit in the infrastructure bill about cryptocurrency. I'm aware. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me at all, so I'm good to go. Egg-sucking dog. I mean, hey, I'm always against Joe Biden, so. All right, I guess I'm doing a show, right? You can't transfer the coins out of PayPal? That's weird. All right, folks. So I got a show. Wait, there's more Dallas news? Oh no. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Wait, what is this? Huh? Okay. Oh, this is good. This sounds good. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. This ought to be good. All right. I'm just going through Google News, folks. You know, the quality of shows these days. All right. So Fox News is apparently whining. And it doesn't seem like they're doing much dining here. So let's read. Biden appears. He's appearing to do this. Now, it's not confirmed, but it definitely appears to be the case. To mock Americans' intelligence. Questions whether they'd understand the supply chain issues. President Biden appeared to mock the intelligence of the American people on Saturday when discussing the nation's ongoing supply chain crisis, questioning whether they'd understand the topic. So again, this is a beat I've been on for like the last 10 years of my life. Americans are fucking stupid, folks. They are fucking dumb as rocks. So I'm glad Joe Biden's waking up to this. The president's remarks came during a news conference as he answered a question from a reporter on criticism he has faced from Rep. Abigail Spanberger, Diva, who said nobody elected him to be FDR. They elected him to be normal and stop the chaos. Okay? This is a really good photograph here. All right, so here we have a video. I love this. This is great. Look at this. All right, look at this guy. What a fucking... Look at this. This is hashtag my president right here.
Mr. President, Democratic Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger said of your presidency this week, nobody elected him to be FDR. They elected him to be normal and stop the...
Well, I just want to say, I elected him to be FDR. So, that by default means that Spanberger's comment saying nobody did is factually incorrect. And so if that's factually incorrect...
Chaos. How do you view your mandate after Tuesday's election losses for Democrats, and is she wrong?
Well, Abigail's a friend. We had a long talk. She joked and said, and I have a picture, she said, I have a picture of Roosevelt hanging in my office, her office, okay? I don't intend to be anybody but Joe Biden. That's who I am. And what I'm trying to do is do the things that I ran on to do. And look, people out there are ordinary, hardworking Americans, are really, really been put through the ringer the last couple years, starting with COVID. COVID has disrupted.
COVID is not what started any of this shit, by the way. Like, again, there was a giant economic fallout of 2008, and most people still never recovered from that. That's really what this boils down to, is we kind of had an economy that was just like on fucking strings for the last couple of for the last decade or so. And then COVID hit and cut the strings, and we've all been falling down off the cliff for the last couple years. That's how this happened. By the way, who was in charge of the economic recovery after 2008's financial crash? Can someone tell me?
Almost every family, one way or another. whether it's wearing a mask or losing a family member. 750,000 plus Americans dead. 750,000. And so people are worried. People are also worried about, coming up, they don't, understandably. Why is the price of agricultural products, when I go to the store, why is it higher? For example, if we were all going out and having lunch together and I said, let's ask whoever's in the next table, no matter what restaurant we're in, have them explain the supply chain to us. Think they'd understand what we're talking about? They're smart people. But supply chain. Well, why is everything backed up? Well, it's backed up because the people who supply the materials that end up being on our kitchen table or in our life, guess what? They're closed those plants because they have COVID. They're not. So it's a complicated world.
So again, I do agree that most Americans are fucking stupid. That is true. But I think most people understand the supply chain. Most people can explain it in the way that Joe Biden is explaining it. If you want to go full in depth on the supply chain, I don't even think Joe Biden would understand what the fuck's going on. Right? So and this guy, and again, my thing is if you're Joe Biden, maybe it's not the best idea to be talking about people's intelligence. I'm just saying, if you cannot formulate a sentence and get through the end of it, I know he's old, I understand that, but it's probably not the best idea to be, saying that most people don't understand what's going on. Now, that is true, though. Most people don't know anything about what's going on. That's why there's a big Let's Go Brandon movement going on in the country, because a lot of people are fucking stupid. Republicans are fucking stupid. They're all dumb. There's a solid 30 to 40% of the American population that is literally, and I shit you not, dumber than cow shit. And I love cows. Cow shit you can use in a lot of instances for producing interesting things, right? But they are dumber than cow shit. You need to understand, every single Republican is dumber than the dumbest Democrat. And I'm just throwing that, and they're pretty dumb too. So I'm just again.
The people are facing. We've never faced anything like this before. I mean, I'm not saying it's the worst of every time in American history, but we never faced anything this sort of defiant of understanding of what's going on. And you can understand why people are upset. And whether you have a PhD or you're working, in a restaurant, it's confusing. And so people are understandably worried. They're worried. And so all I can say is what I'm going to try to do is explain to the American people as best I can. And by the way, you all write for a living. I haven't seen any one of you explain the supply chain very well.
Oh! See, now this is where I love this. This is my shit right here. This is it makes me almost not regret voting for Joe Biden. One of the best things that Trump did was harass the fuck out of the media. I'm just going to be honest here. That was some of the most entertaining. A lot of what Trump said about the media was true. And so I love the idea that Joe Biden is all of you so-called journalists write for a living. Can you explain the supply chain to me? Ha! Didn't think so.
No, I'm not being critical. I'm being deadly earnest. When your editor says, explain the supply chain. Okay? Lots of luck in your senior years, my coach used to say. But I sincerely mean it. This is a confusing time. Confusing time. Think of all those children who may have lost more than a year of education by only being out one semester. Think of all that's going on in terms of access to everything from when you go back to college, if you're in college, you go back to college, where you have to wear your mask, or who's your roommate? This is a confusing moment. And it seems to me that my job as the President of the United States is to try to figure out, myself as well, what is most needed to put people at ease and let them know there's a way through this. There's a way through this.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to stop this clip here. I'm going to be honest. He's not doing a great job of either communicating, providing any actual substantive, gains. Congress just killed the fucking social spending bill. That's gonzo, right? So, I don't know, man. If you really cared about Americans, you would have maybe pushed a little bit harder for the $3.5 trillion social package. But, hey, that's just me. So I'm just throwing this out there. But what else does Fox News have to say? Because that's pretty funny. Okay, they didn't say anything. Let's look at the comments. Man, these people, holy shit. And the Brandon administration, proud to be American, 376. As a nation of consumers, we understand supply chains well. Merchant websites even let us compare what we paid for, like, my God. Anyway, I think that's really funny. I like the idea of Joe Biden making fun of stupid Americans. That is true. Americans are stupid. The media is stupid. So I agree with Joe Biden on that one. I'm going to be honest. For the most part, I give him a solid D+ on that press conference. But I love when the Republicans cry that, oh, the president was mean. Oh, like, bitch, motherfucker. Donald Trump was the last Republican president. If you're going to cry that the president was mean when the last one was Donald Trump, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's a slow news day. It's a slow news day, folks. It's a slow day for news. All right. I'm looking at Google News here. Oh no. This sounds good. Project Veritas founder's apartment raided as part of probe into Ashley Biden's stolen diary. So I saw this story where Ashley Biden, who apparently, to my understanding, is Joe Biden's daughter, had her diary leak online, and I saw that it was from Project Veritas. So this is an interesting update. Folks, I read a little bit into that. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I read a little bit into that. Assuming, and again, we got to assume this because it's very difficult to know given the source, but assuming that the diary hasn't been altered in any way, which, again, big assumption there, assuming that's the case, hey, I'm just saying that there's some interesting stuff going on in there. So, but either way, let's read. The FBI raided Project Veritas founder James O'Keefe's home on Saturday as authorities continued to investigate the apparent theft of President Biden's daughter's diary, a report said. The court-ordered early morning raid of O'Keefe's Mamaroneck apartment was reported by the New York Times. It came 2 days after the feds reportedly raided 2 New York addresses linked to the associates of the conservative website's creator. Neighbors of the 37-year-old told the Times about the several hours-long search, and the FBI confirmed to the paper that agents had performed law enforcement activity at the building. Oh, they're enforcing the law. All right. They asked for James, next-door neighbor Jimmy Maines reportedly said. I thought they were banging on my door. I opened the door. Oh, that's unfortunate. That sucks. They told me to close the door, and I closed the door, he told the paper. That's exactly what happened. It was still dark. And then we got this going on there. I don't know what that is. Brent Mickle, who lives across the hall, said the agents said something along the lines of FBI won't open up. According to the article, Project Veritas did not publish passages from 40-year-old Ashley Biden's diary, but the National File blog published handwritten pages from it about a week ahead of the 2020 election, after claiming it obtained the content from a whistleblower at another news organization. The paper reported the blog posts were largely ignored by larger media outlets, including conservative ones. I missed that, apparently. O'Keefe acknowledged that his organization was under investigation by the Department of Justice in a video statement Friday. He said his website received a grand jury subpoena that officials requested he remain silent about and questioned how the Times found out about the initial raids, probably from all the neighbors that were there. Blah, blah, blah. Miss Biden's father's Department of Justice specifically, yes. We don't know if it was begs the question. I don't care. Former Attorney General, don't care. The controversial website is known, don't care. So anyway, that's funny. This guy sucks, obviously. I'm very curious how this is going to play out here. I don't know. Like, Project Veritas uploads a lot of cringe. I mean, like, for real. They upload some real heavy hitters when it comes to the cringe. And honestly, I enjoy having them around just because they post really embarrassing videos of themselves. And I enjoy watching them and then monetizing myself watching them. So that's going to be something I'm going to continue to do. But either way, that's all I got on that one. So that's pretty funny. So yesterday was the 200th day of protest in the city of Elizabeth City in the county of Pasquotank County, North Carolina, over the police assassination of Andrew Brown Jr. that occurred 200 days ago on April 21st, 2021. Elizabeth City residents have continued to do daily demonstrations in and around downtown Elizabeth City. Yesterday, we chose to march around the Confederate War Memorial because, fun fact about that monument, it was voted to be removed in July of 2020. Yet, it is November of 2021, and it's still there. I don't know how that's possible, but I want to point out that the Pasquotank County Board of Commissioners, the ones that own that monument, are notorious for being right-wing psychopaths. We saw when Andrew Brown Jr. was murdered that they voted to give a raise to the sheriff's department. They gave them more money after Andrew Brown Jr. was murdered. That's weird. That's strange, right? And so they've been doing all these weird tactics in concert with the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Department. They also just they really want to keep that monument there, and it's bizarre to me. But anyway, the government here in Pasquotank County and Elizabeth City is horrible. The elected leaders are trash. It's a situation where it's very reminiscent of, the 2020 election, where you've got Donald Trump, who's a raging psychopath, and then you've got Joe Biden, who is also pretty fucking garbage, but I mean, really, like, he's the best bet to beat the raging psychopath. And that's what we're dealing with in Elizabeth City and Pasquotank County. The politicians that aren't raging psychopaths are generally pretty useless and inept and incompetent. And then that is juxtaposed with the fact that the people on the other side are raging psychopaths. We've got a mayoral candidate here, Jeannie Young, who has been involved in actual rape cases, and she is on the city council right now. She's a raging psychopath, and she's running for mayor. Now, explain to me how you can be very much so involved in rape cases in concert with the Elizabeth City Police Department and then win a city council seat and then run for mayor. I don't know how that's possible, but in Elizabeth City, anything is possible. And that's the thing about this as well. And then you've got Mayor Betty Parker, who is pretty much nowhere to be found. She doesn't really do anything. The last notable thing that she did was basically spend $500,000 on bussing in riot police to beat the shit out of elderly people in her city. So it's a combination, or it's a juxtaposition of useless, incompetent versus raging psychopath who wants to murder you. And obviously I will choose the useless, incompetent person over the raging psychopath any day. But again, it leaves us really begging for more. Nothing has happened over the last 200 days. The only thing that people are pinning any hopes on is a federal lawsuit against the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Department, specifically the 7 sheriff deputies involved with the murder. And that's really the only thing going on that has any hint or hope of possibly being a decent outcome for the case of Andrew Brown Jr. The government has failed to do anything for the people. The leaders have failed to do anything for the people. And people, for the most part, are just going back to business as usual. And again, it's been 200 days, and there are still people out here that are marching every single day, because there are still people in Elizabeth City that believe that it's not okay for a terrorist organization such as the Sheriff's Department to go around on the back of a pickup truck with assault weapons and shoot up a school zone, shooting their own police officers, shooting into random houses, all so that they can shoot someone in the back of the head as they try to drive away from the incoming assassination. That is not fair. There is no way you can stretch those facts into being something justified or fair unless you yourself are a raging psychopath. And that's really what's going on here, is that we see a city that has been basically, oppressed for forever. And there's an uprising going on that, is trying to be ignored and covered up. The national media doesn't give a shit. They left when the riot cops left because they thought, no one's throwing rocks, no one's setting buildings on fire. Why bother even cover this? Who cares? No one cares. And that's what happens when you do peaceful demonstrations. No one cares. When you burn something, everyone comes in here to tell you how bad you are. And, you shouldn't do that. You're really bad. But then when people listen to that advice, mainstream media is gone. They don't give a shit. Local media, gone. They don't give a shit. Regional media, gone. They don't give a shit. No one cares about the situation here. And it's sad. But it's been 200 days. And so people are still going up. We're going until something happens. And that can, if it has to be 10 years, it has to be 10 years. But we're going until something happens. So there's your update. 200 days. That's a long time. Man, my mouth is so dry. Look at that dog. Folks, look at this dog. I wanna get a Max the dog segment in. Maxie! Maxie! Come on over here, buddy. It's doggy time. Ooh. Ooh. Look at this animal. This is my doggy, folks. This is Max the dog. You were the thumbnail for today's stream, Max. You don't even know. Look at him. Look at the camera, buddy. Say cheese. Folks. Maxie. I'm gonna get a live interview for Max the dog. Maxie. What do you have to say for yourself? I tried. I tried, folks. God damn it. I think I fucked my mic up. Hello? Alright, I think it's good. I think it's working. I think it's alive. Hey, so that's the Max the Dog segment. Jay creates. Yay. Gotta put salt on the mic so that Max will lick it. I don't know if that's a good idea. Field reporter Max the Dog, live on the scene. All right. All right, let's cover this because this is fun. It's not fun, actually, and this is just proof that Americans are stupid. Folks, before I get into this, I really want to underscore, Americans are dumb as fuck. And with that being said, let's check this out. Donald Trump beats Joe Biden in latest 2024 election poll. I need you to understand how stupid this is. Although former President Donald Trump has not formally announced plans to run for re-election in 2024, new polling suggests he is well positioned for a rematch against President Joe Biden and could even come out as the winner. The poll released Friday by Emerson College shows Trump narrowly beating Biden in a hypothetical matchup. While neither Trump nor Biden is backed by the majority of voters, the former president is currently 2 points ahead of the current president. Trump is supported by 45% of registered voters, while Biden is backed by just 43%. The latest Emerson survey data shows, meanwhile, 11% of registered voters said they want to vote for someone else, and just 1% said they remain undecided. So again, it's impossible to know how this would go. Obviously, there's so much context that needs to change. But again, we're living in a society where Republicans are batshit fucking insane. They are raging psychopaths, folks. They are raging fucking psychopaths. And the best defense we've got against them is Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden. Yikes. Folks, I don't know if Bernie Sanders is going to run in 2024. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what's going to happen with the presidential election in 2024. But I'm telling you right now that, like, if Bernie doesn't run, what's the next chance? Like, what's the next option? Kamala Harris? Okay. Okay, so Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. Who else? Like, who is going to throw their hat in the ring? Nancy Pelosi going to run? Oh, God. Imagine if Hillary Clinton ran again. Oh. AOC's not going to run in 2024. I'm sorry. Like, I don't think she can. I know she can. Like, she's going to be 35. But, I don't think that... the only thing I can think about, the only person that has any sort of apparatus at all is Bernie Sanders. I don't know what to tell you. Is Pete Buttigieg gonna win? You gotta be kidding me! I don't know. Like, when I see this shit, I think there's no way Biden can win in 2024. And that scares me to death. And I can't, there's no way Kamala Harris wins in 2024. She polls worse than Biden. Buttigieg? No. I can't figure out who would possibly run against Donald Trump in 2024. I think the Democrats really, really fucked themselves. There's no one positioned for this at all. Like, they really thought Kamala Harris would be the one that would be, like, to take the mantle of neoliberalism. But there's, like, she's done. Her goose is already cooked. I can't think of anyone. Like, this scares the shit out of me. Like, just the idea that Donald Trump has 40% in registered voter polls. I mean, my God. My God. I don't know, man. I really want Bernie to run again. I don't think he will. He previously said he wouldn't. But I mean, like, we'll find out soon how the presidential field is going to turn up. All we have to do is wait another year for the midterms. People announced they're running for the presidency, I think, like a week after 2018 midterms. So that's usually when people start sending those signals. But, wow. I mean, like, reading this is horrifying. And again, like, it's been close. Like, almost every poll I see has them within, like, margin of error. Right? And look at what happened on January 6th. Like, look at January 6th. And Trump is still getting 40% in the poll. Americans are so stupid, folks. Like, how did we get to this point? Where we've got raging psychopaths and, like, demented, incompetent, and also incontinent losers. That's our dam right now. An incontinent loser. That's the best we got. I don't know, man. Anyway, so that's the show for today, folks. My apologies, Felipe. It's just the United States of Americans and Canadians. So we got Max the dog here, who's going to accompany me for the rest of my day. That's it. That's all I got. So, I think it has to be Bernie. I mean, that's my thinking. I don't know. Like, I think it has to be Bernie. Max is not going to the protest, sadly. I mean, I think that it has to be Bernie. If anyone disagrees with me, I'd love to hear your argument. But I think the situation right now is as dire as it was that made Bernie run in 2020. Like, keep in mind, Bernie ran in 2016 as a messaging campaign. He didn't actually think about winning at all until it was too late to even put that into place. Right? And so his first actual run at the presidency was 2020. Like, when you like, he actually tried to win. Right? And got pretty fucking close. Like, let's be honest. Like, he got pretty close. Not as close as he needed to be, but, you know. Like, I really think that there's, like, the reason for him to run when he made that decision in 2019 or whenever, right? That reasoning is more, like, that reasoning is more valid in 2024 than it has ever possibly been. Beto. I mean, I feel like Beto, he's not the worst suggestion. But I don't think he's got a chance, though. Like, he's not the worst suggestion in the world, but, like, that just goes to show how bad our situation is. Yeah, that didn't end up happening. Unknown Stoyle. Underestimating the forward. That's true. We got to go forward. Hello, Lindsay. Goodbye, Lindsay. And goodbye, the rest of the stream. Thank you all for watching. We'll see how this shit ends up. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices. In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest poll, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. That may, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about that there was some leadership here, and that this institution made choice. In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest poll, and you haven't seen the latest President of the United States, they hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party, they hold the Democratic Party, they hold the Democratic Party, given all the crises, given all the crises, it's about there was some leadership, and that this institution made this institution, and that this institution, who you worried about? I'll tell you who I'm worried about. I'm worried about the fact that our workers are seeing a decline in their standard of living. They want to see our industry be rebuilt. That's what they want to see. No more B-2 bombers, no more Star Wars. Let's make the quality products we need. Let's invest in American industry. No, I won't yield.
I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat.
Oh, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat.
$7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat. And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level.